Or 2 people.
Share it on Twitter. Okay.
Let's see.
I'm sure I want to share that. I want to make sure that we can see what I'm doing. Okay. Just say hi as you come in so I can know someone's here. Okay. I'm just trying to share my live. Let me see if I can do it. I'm trying to share it. I'm going to give it a few more seconds and see if more people come on so I don't have to repeat myself that much. Okay. Tell me how the light is and if you can see if there's any glare.
In the back.
How is that? Should I lower this? Is that better? Or is it too dark?
That's white.
Is it too dark or is it good?
No, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay. Really? I thought it was a little dark in here, but you say so.
It's brightness.
Where?
Well, it's a lot of light. I think that light back there.
Let me see something. What was that?
I don't think I'm still.
No, that's too dark. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, well, I'm going to start. Okay. This is the sign that we've been making our wreath today. All right. And, okay. So let me begin by saying this is a kit, a wreath kit that I brought online on Etsy. Okay. So I like to give credit to whoever credit is due. So I'm going to show you what the kit, what was in the whole kit. Okay. First of all, we have this 15-inch work wreath. Okay. Came with the work wreath. Came with the sign. And you have a 21-inch mesh. Okay. Which matches perfectly with the sign. All right. And it came with 4 ribbons. Okay, I'll show you the ribbon. It came with this one, which is a 1.5. And it was an entire roll. Okay. It was 10 yards, was it? Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, I think so. This one here, it came with this one here, which is the 2.5. And it came with this one here. I didn't see the colors there. You can see the colors good? Okay. And which one was the other one? And this one. Okay. So we have, and it's white. I don't know if you can see the color, but it's white. It's white and tan. So it was 2. It was 3 2.5 ribbons, these 3 here, and 1 1.5. And that was the entire kit. The kit was sold by Lulu's Bells Boutique 89, and she's on Etsy. So it was a 21-inch, the wreath form, 15-inch, the sign, and the ribbons. It was 3 2.5, and 1 1.5. Okay, and her name was Lulu's Bells Boutique 89. That's who I bought the kit from. But I am adding all this to the wreath, and I'm also adding 10 by 10 mesh, this color. Oops. That's what I'm going to add different. And then this ribbon came with the kit, but I replaced it with this ribbon, okay? Because I wanted to have sets I like to have. So I'm going to have this 2.5 with this 1.5, okay, that came in the kit. And then I'm replacing this one for this one because I'm going to use this one with this one. So these are going to be my combinations of ribbons, okay? So, and I just added, like I said, I added this 10.5, this 10 by 10 mesh I'm going to add. So it's going to be poof, and then I'm going to use this for the ruffles, okay? I just wanted to add a different ribbon, and then I wanted to add another mesh just to give it, a different look, all right? So with all that said, who's on? Hi, Adri. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for being here. Okay, so this is the wreath. I'm gonna frame. I'm gonna start opening everything up here. All right. You guys can see, or should I lower this more? Is that good? Okay. All right. Let me take this light out of the way. So I'm going to use the 21-inch. Okay, and we're gonna make poofs with this one. And I think I'm gonna make 12-inch poofs all around with this mesh. I'm supposed to give myself space so I can have, I'm gonna fold the bottom ones, the top ones, and open the bottom ones, okay? So I'm gonna fold them and open the bottom ones. Fold the top ones over so they don't get in the way. We'll open them later. And I'm gonna open the bottom ones. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna take off this tag here. Okay, no problem. This is, can you see the color really good? It's like an aqua blue. This is an aqua blue. So I hope sometimes the light changes the colors of the mesh of the ribbon. So I hope you guys can see. It's like a pretty light aqua blue. Okay. So I'm gonna have to, supposed to try to throw this ribbon down, but let me see. Okay. So again, we're using the 21-inch mesh, okay? And we're gonna do poofs with this. So I open up the bottom ties and I folded up the top one so I can have room to move around. Now I take the mesh, okay? And I ruffle it together, the ends here. Just to get this end right here, okay? Then I take this and I'm gonna put it in front of this tie here, okay? And I'm gonna hold that down with a cable tie, okay? Take the cable tie. Let's see what I'm doing would be better. Okay, here it is. And that's just hold it down because we're not going to close this first tie yet, okay? We're going to leave that one open. We'll cut that tie off. Okay. And that fell. And then I'm going to take this end and just cut some of this off because we don't need all of that extra. Okay. Get rid of that. And now, I said I'm going to do these poofs 12 inches. And make sure this is a 21-inch mesh, so it's wide. Make sure you take the ends and you try to keep them under both ends. Because like that, you can make your poofs. If they stay open, you won't be able to make a poof, okay? So this is one tie, this is the other tie, and this is the other tie. If I measure from this tie to this tie, and I go like this around it, that right there should be approximately 12 inches, okay? And that's what I want, 12-inch poof. So I take it and I measure it from here to here, which is a 12-inch poof. Or you can take the mat and you can measure this one from here in, from 1 inch over here is 12, and it's a 12-inch poof. So I'm not gonna measure it individually, so because now we know, or I know, and I just told you that you can count from the first one to the second one. Because we're not counting this one, we're not gonna use this tie, we're not gonna tie it here. So it's 1, 2, it's 12 inches. So here's the 12 inches, then you take it and you poof it up with your hand and you put it on this tie. Okay, and we're gonna tie it 1 time and tie it 2 times and then leave it alone. This is 1 poof, okay? Remember, we're trying to keep our ends in. Take the ends, push it in, make sure they're in. You take your mesh, here we go around again. This is 1 and this is 2. See, 1 tie and 2 tie. So I know from here to here is 12 inches. Take it, I poof, and I put it in here. Make sure that ends are in so we can open it up. Here we go. I'm gonna give it a tie, 1 and 2. And you can start opening your poofs so you can see them, or you can leave that for when you finish going all around. And this is what we're looking for all around, poofs like that. So you can even measure it with a ruler if you want. If it's whatever's easier for you. You can take a ruler and you can measure from here to here, which is the first and the second tie, is 12 inches. You can do it like this also. You take the mesh and you measure your 12 inches, okay? And you fold it over and you put it in your tie. Oh, I didn't make sure that these ends are in. Okay, they are. And then you tie it, okay? Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. Hi, Catherine. Okay, so now we have 3. Here we go again. We make sure that our ends are folded. Our ends are in. So when we go poof it, it's in. Because if you leave it out like this, and you leave your ends, when you curl along, now you're not poofing, it's gonna be open. So you wanna make sure they're folded inwards, okay? In. So here I'm gonna take it, make sure it's in. Okay, from here, you all can see this, right? From here to the second tie, it's 12 inches. So I grab it in here, push it up forward with my hand, and I tie it here. Okay? And I give it 2 ties because we're gonna go back and use these ties for my ruffles and for the ribbons, and I'm gonna put them here. And then you open it up and you have a poof. This is what calls poof, 12-inch poof. Okay? Okay, here we go. Under. And we go across. 12 inches. Make sure I like to make sure that with my hand, and make sure my ends are in before I tie. And if it's not in, then you just go back, fold them in, and then go back and make your poofs, you know? You can always open your ties back up and fix it. Okay? So, how is everyone doing? Here we go again. I'm gonna go back to my second tie, just 12 inches in here. Oof. Want to make sure, oh, you see what I just did? This is not open, so I'm not gonna be able to open this poof. So I'm just gonna go and open them again. Make sure I have the end here, the other end here, fold it over, okay? Make sure it's in. Okay, and I measure from there to here, that's 12, and then I make my poof. And you see how when I push it up with my hand and already like bubbles up like that. See that? That's what you want. I'll be able to cover it all up. Okay. You like the color, Adri? I know, I love this beautiful aqua blue. Yeah. So ocean-like, right? So here we go. Over to this one, take my poof, push it over with my hand, and I tie it up here. Okay? 1, 2, and then I make my toast. Okay? Go again. It's folding up a little bit. You want to make sure they stay a little wide so when you make your poof, you can be able to open it. Okay? So how is everyone doing? I am Angie. I should have told you that from the beginning. I'm sorry. My name is Angie, and I am the owner and creator of Conti Wreath Creation. If this is your first time watching, please subscribe so you can get notifications when I'm going to go live. Okay? And we're working on a 15-inch wreath form. On a 15-inch work wreath. And we're making 12-inch poofs with this aqua blue 21-inch mesh. So I went again, make sure my curls are in, went to my other side. Oh, now this is the important part. Let me just make sure you can see this. I have one tie left here, right? Where's the other one? Here it is. One here. And then we're gonna end it where we began, where I put that cable tie and I left this open purposely. And now we'll see why. See, so I'm gonna put this poof, measure it here, make sure it's 12 inches, and I'm gonna put it in here. Okay. Gotta give it a tie. A twist tie. I'll open up my poofs as I go along. And now, if I go here, okay, and I go up to the top from here, I'm gonna have an open gap here, okay? So that's why I left this open, so I can put another poof in here, and you really can't tell where I began and where I ended here, okay? So now I measure again, and you make sure you have your ends in, okay? And I measure again up over here, my 12 inches. I poof it over here. Now I take that tie that I had left open, okay? And I twist it 2 times. And now I have a poof. Now everything here is even on the first one. See, it's all around, you can't tell. Now I take my mesh and I'm gonna work on the top portion of it, okay? Because all the bottom is done. So now I go in, I'm gonna open all my top ties. So I can have them open as I do my poofs, they're open already. So we have, which I forgot to tell you, we have 10 ties in the bottom and we have 8 ties on the top, okay? So I'm gonna open them up. I should be reading, and I'm not reading. It's because I'm trying to concentrate. Okay, so I open them up. Here we go, it's all opened. There you go. So now here, where I'm gonna go to the top, I'm gonna do the same thing I did in the bottom, and I'm gonna do on the top. There's a tie in front here on the top. I'm gonna put the mesh here. I'm gonna put a cable tie to hold it down, but I'm not gonna twist this tie yet. I'm gonna go to the next one, just like I did on the bottom, I'm gonna do on the top, right? So I take the cable tie, and you're gonna tie it right in front of the ties here. I'll show you in a minute. Make sure that's ends are there. Okay. See? The same thing I did in the bottom, I did at the top, and I put the cable tie right here. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my mesh, just like I did in the bottom, make sure my ends are in. You're gonna take it and move it all the way just to measure 12. Like I said before, you can always take a ruler. I don't know what I did with mine, but you can take a ruler or you can measure it with your mat with 12 inches, okay? So from here to here is 12. I can take it and I do my poofs right here. Okay, that one is still open here. Let me open this up. Yes, okay. I like this mesh is really good to work with. Usually when you have this thin mesh, it's hard to but it's easy to fold under to make poofs. It's really good. It's not that thick. Okay, here we go with the next poof. I'm gonna go over to the next one. Gonna count 12 inches. Use your hand, move it up, and tie it. I'm gonna move my form so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So who am I not reading? Loving how you continue using it without having to cut. Yeah. That's why it's called a poof, and you just do it continuously, and you don't have to cut, and you have to measure. You do the 12 inches all around. Make sure your ends are in. Count your 12. I always go by my ties. Not my first, it's my second. That's my poof right there, and then I tie it. 1, 2, and make my poofs. Okay. And here we go with the next one. Make sure our ends are in. 12 inches. They're here. And then you tie it. So I wanted to make sure I had all my ribbons and all my mesh, kind of everything pre-cut and set. Nobody wants to sit here and watch anybody cut, 4 different kinds of ribbons 18 times or 12 times. And that was done. And then this method is easier, like I said, because you don't have to be cutting. You can just go around and just measure it and keep going around. Okay, here we go again. 12, poof, and tie. Okay. Where is Catherine from? I'm in Florida, Catherine. And Florida just started to we started 2 weeks ago to open up phase 1. So, and I know different states are starting to open up also. So here we go. Count again, 12. Just trying to make sure this stays open and they don't curl inwards. And we're almost done with this, the base of this wreath. Well, I'm going to put some ruffles on it also, but I mean, basically. And I cut my ribbons at 12 inches. Oh, yes, I did. After I did that, yes. You can cut it 13, 14. I usually like to cut it at 12 because I like to see my mesh. So I need some of it, especially if it's a pretty color like this one. So you don't want to cover your whole wreath with just ribbons. You want to be able to see your mesh also. So that's why I usually use 12 inches. Okay, so we're going to go, we're ending here where we started. So I have 2 left, this one, and then I have 1 more. Where that tie that I put, that cable tie that I put on the top, that's where we're going to end it. Okay. And then when I finish here and I tie this down, and I will open up my poofs, make sure they're nice and open and nice and fluffy. Okay, here we go. 2 inches. Like poof. And you do have some mesh left over. Isn't that great? You can always use this for another wreath. So where's my ties here? Let me look. Here it is. Okay. So and you can always take this mesh and go over it again. And like do little zigzags with it in between so you don't have any gaps to show your frame. But we're not gonna need to do that because remember, I'm gonna use another mesh for a ruffle. So it'll cover up any kind of, you can see through it, which you basically can't. So now I take this end that I finished, okay? I'm gonna cut it off. And I'm gonna cut this much off because I have to put it underneath him. So put this off. Can anybody see what I'm doing? Can you push this up a little bit? Okay. Cut this off. Am I off the screen? Yeah. Okay. Is that better? You guys see now? So I'm gonna take this end, which I finished with my proofs already. So we're gonna take this end and I'm gonna put it in between the frame towards the back. Okay, back here. Okay. And I'm gonna put a cable tie here so this doesn't come out and we'll lose our proofs. So we'll cable tie this in the back. And I'm gonna stand up so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll tie this here. I'm gonna cut the cable tie.